It did. But I pulled myself together.
I suppose you did. Now, what about the serum? Did you find it?
I've got it right here.
That's it! That's really it! Alright. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have formed.
Thanks, Nose.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Has the reverse transcriptase survived the nucleotide synthesis?
Excellent question. Yes, it has. Fascinating. Oh, did you mean that as a joke? Well, it's time. There's only one way to test it. All right. Here we go. And now, we wait.
That's it?
What? Did you expect me to transform right before your eyes? This is science, not a two-cap magic show. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
Protect and serve.
Welcome back. It needs some refinement, but I think we can consider my serum a qualified success.
This is incredible.
It is a significant first step, but it still only works on one strain of FEV. It will take years, perhaps decades, to generalize my formula. Still, you have my gratitude. You're welcome to make use of my lab, or help yourself to any of this junk, if you want it. In the meantime, I have a lot of experiments to run. Excuse me.
Protect and serve.
Virgil?
Sorry, I'm rather busy right now. Make yourself at home, such as it is.
If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis.
We've been trapped.
If you run into any synths, shoot to kill. We don't take prisoners.
Hey. Hi.
I'd still like to talk, if you're interested.
Oh, now's a good time.
I'm used to flying solo, but I got to admit, working with you makes me think I've been missing out. Having someone watching your back is refreshing, especially since you never know when the Institute is watching.
The feeling's mutual.
I gotta say, you make it look easy, but you have some built-in advantages. Some people at HQ are jealous. You took the big nap and everyone you knew is long gone. Now, hear me out on the silver lining. If a human in the railroad slips up, then they expose friends and loved ones to danger. You're safe from that.
Well, I guess I'm a little lucky then.
What's done is done, and the upshot is you're in a position where you can act openly. If you go to ground, there's little the coursers can do about it. It doesn't matter much to me. I'm a synth. At least that's what they tell me. So I really don't have anything to lose. For Glory and me and the others, it's easier to dedicate ourselves to the cause.
I had no idea.
I figured you deserved to know. I was one of the first to get the whole Cranium reboot, and let's just say it was a learning experience for everyone. Since we're traveling together, I want you to take this. It's my recall code. If you ever need to know something about the Institute, read it to me.
I appreciate the trust.
Yeah, well, about that. Don't use the code unless you absolutely have to. It'll wipe my memories. I'm not sure how much of me will even be left. You know, I'd just feel better if you didn't read it until you need it.
Hey.
Yeah? You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole recall code. Wait, you read it, didn't you?
No, I haven't read it yet.
Good, please don't. It'll make it easier to sleep at night.
Hey.
Sure. You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole recall code. Wait, you read it, didn't you?
I read it all right.
Don't tell me what it said. You know, it's probably just safer if we don't talk right now.
Heads up.
What you need?
Hey.
You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole recall code.
Right. Why shouldn't I read it?
Just in case it gets stuck in your head. You know, like if I say Rad Roach. Now, don't think of Rad Roach. See? You thought of it. And if it's a real simple code, then one slip and goodbye, Deacon. Anyway, only read it if you have to.
Proctor Ingram?
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Firing. Everything holding together?
Trust me, you'd know.
Good. Firing.
All right. Everything looks normal.
That's not even worth picking up,
Scuttle the
boss.
ship. Thanks, Initiate.
Sure. Anytime. Thanks. Greetings, Knight.
Do you know what a 10-pound cockroach can do to a...
Once we decrypt that intel you recovered from the Institute, we'll know a lot more about them.
greatest warship brought down by bugs? Food's not allowed near the instrumentation.
Scanning. Subject identified. Reporting status. All functions normal.
Who's there? I hear something.
I think a battle cry.
What's that? Going to slaughter your brains!
Go ahead, run. I need a break anyway.
You humans made us. Now, suffer for your arrogance. No fight today.
Got it.
Face me, you coward!
I was hoping they'd all be dead by now.
What there? I am super mutant. A noise? You hit like a rat.
Nice.
Stop! What is it?
Fighting is so 2077.
There! You snow brother. Stupid little man! What? Scared already?
Trick to this is don't die. Yeah, so this is happening.
Got me.
Run! Run away!
Whoa, everybody stop! I got a splinter.
You have no time, human! Stupid noises.
Heads up.
What's the word? Timed her. We made that look easy. Easy, Tiger. Not everything needs to be shot up. Why'd they make these airports so big? You could have a whole city in one of them.
Oh, God. Mole rat on a stick was a really bad idea. Excuse me.
I can't believe you survived that jump. You got issues.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
I'll run down to the Super Duper Mart and pick some up.
Cute. I wish it was that simple. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's Air Force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
Great. That's just great.
Well, hang on a second. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
Rearming Prime with nukes should get him back to full fighting potential.
Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert
What?
level activated.
Huh?
Combat zone is hot.
Here I was wanting to and then you had to ruin it.
Ordering you to stand down.
I ain't dying for this! Son of a bitch! This is only gonna end one way.
Running elimination subroutines. No port. Damn you, warmongering humans!
If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled in the Cambridge police station.
I'm surprised you've survived over there without my help.
Now that the Pridwin's here, we don't really need you anymore. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
That's not surprising. After all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no.
Right.
Look, if you don't, good luck, Knight.
Uh-huh.
You haven't lived until you've tipped a Brahmin with a vertibird. Now that's a challenge.
The last person that disobeyed Captain Kells? Ended up scraping rust off the Pridwin's hull. From the outside.
I'll be listening for your signal. Watch your back out there.
Jammed. Look alive.
You called? And we still have these damned missiles hidden all over the place. You might want to focus on the valuable salvage. Break the back. Worthless scrap. You know, running away is always an option. I won't shoot. Let's see if they left anything useful for us. I wonder what the acoustics are like here.
Going down.
I really want to know how the big one started. What idiot fired first? Why? What
Going
the hell did they
down.
think they'd gain?
Going down.
still have these damned missiles hidden all over the place. I like it here. Fighting again. Great. So I do like long, lazy, dull days, right? Fighting time. You know, you're really good at this. Too good. Go ahead, run. I need a break anyway. See if they left anything useful for
State
us.
your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
Oh, right. Hallowed ground. Obviously. Just look how wonderful this place is.
Your mockery is wasted. The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the Great Divide. None shall enter.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need of help from non-believers. When he returns to us, these relics will carry his word. That is why
I'm so convinced right now. Let's go get atomized together.
I want to spread his, glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay? Isn't that what you want?
Perhaps then I have misjudged you. If you would see these relics used, then Atom's will is done. Take this and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics. May Atom's...
Sir?
Yes.
With skills like that, remind me to show you a couple places.
May Atom guide you, brother.
We made that look easy.
Greetings, Knight.
Proctor Ingram.
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone.
I appreciate that.
Proctor?
Actually, after all,
Right.
It would be better if a trained technician...
Sure. Hey there.
Some of the other scribes consider Prime's just a robot. But to me, he's a damn hero. Nothing to report right now, Knight.
Liberty Prime, back online.
all right. Let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
I've got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
With him on our side, I don't see how the Institute even stands a chance.
I couldn't agree with you more. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
Damn. I didn't get anything for you.
Oh, sure you did. It's that big metal behemoth standing over there. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells is gonna have me doing 100 push-ups.
The last person that disobeyed...
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Not at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
There has to be some kind of mistake.
In my experience, Proctor Quinlan doesn't make mistakes. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL, disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
Isn't there some other way?
Maybe a sucker punch and a well-aimed bullet.
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Hey.
What's the word? You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole recall code. Wait, you read it, didn't you?
No, I haven't read it yet.
Good, please.
Looks like we have a thruster imbalance. Tweaking pitch.
Vertibird docking systems and fusion coolant feed systems reporting green.
Hey.
Let's see what I got in my pockets.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Dance.
What do you know about this situation?
While I was decrypting all of the data you acquired from within the Institute, I came across a list. It appears that the Institute keeps exemplary records where their synths are concerned, including logging those that were reported missing. As I was perusing this list, a quick DNA... I'm certain...
I don't want to talk about it.
I understand. On to your orders, then. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Dance, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything there's obviously been a mistake, and we...
Right.
Scribe Halen! Now, unless...
Of course. I believe I have some
Very well, then.
Knight, if you'd... I've stored the data on...
Change of heart, Halen?
Just following orders, sir.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
This way. This way.
Scribe Halen?
This way. Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
That's a risky question, Halen.
I know it is, but I need you to listen to me for a minute. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
That's a bold statement.
It's more than just a statement. Dance, that's why I'm asking. If you're not convinced...
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I'll just have to trust. It was listening post Bravo. It's isolated. Just...
They're probably long gone now.
Stop right there! Stop right there! You're gonna do what I say. I'm done with you. Easy now. Hands up. You, here, now. You, here, now. You're coming with me. Don't make me pull the trigger. Get over here. Stay right there. You're gonna do what I say. Easy now. Hands up. Just do what I say. Get over here. Get over here. No funny business. Get over here. You're coming with me. Get over here. You're coming with me. I'm done with it. Get over here. You're coming with me. Get over here. You, here, now. Check that out. Now. Stay right there. We can do this the easy way. Go there. Stay right there.
See if they left anything useful for us.
Going down.
Please stand clear. This is now a free fire zone.
I'll say that.
I have a feeling. I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
I wish you would have told me the truth, Dance.
I might have, if I'd known what I was. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
No. But I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind. I wish Maxon, but that doesn't change. If you disobey, synths can't be. Technology, I need to be.
The empathy that you're showing...
I appreciate what you're... I'm ready to accept the consequences. Maxon's ordered...
Sure. Is there any way out of this?
We both know that this is the right thing to do. If you refuse to follow Maxon's orders, you're undermining everything the Brotherhood stands for. I can't allow that to happen on my account.
If it needs to be done, then so be it.
I've never been prouder of you than I am right now, brother. It's been a pleasure serving with you.
Sure. Hi.
What the hell are you waiting for?
This doesn't seem right.
It doesn't matter. Don't let your feelings about me cloud your judgment. This decision, we must stay on now. Do it.
I can't do it, Dance. It's not right.
I can't believe you'd risk your life. What's changed your mind?
I've already lost my family.
You're right. I should perhaps now that you've opened my eyes.
Whatever you decide to do.
Thank you. The sooner I take my now. Ad Victorium, brother.
You might want to wipe the blood off anything you find there.
that look easy.
Going down.
Shakespearean involving death and your inevitable doom here.
Hey there.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never...
I wish...
I might have.
Sure.
I never expected if it wasn't for Halen. So...
No.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I wish Max, but that doesn't... If you just... Since technology that's run amok, I need to be the example. The empathy I appreciate. I'm ready to... Maxon's ordered...
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you...
Right.
Why would you do that?
I've already lost my family.
You're right. How... I should consider how my... Perhaps now that you've...
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. The only clear choice. The sooner I make for them... Take my holotags. Use them. Now, come on.
Going up. Ground floor.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed? Speak, Knight. This needs to be resolved. Now.
He's still alive. Because you're wrong about him.
Him! Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton. It wasn't born from the flesh. By attempting to play...
After all
You're the physical... Look around you, Dan. Millions. perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
You're comparing dance to a nuclear bomb?
This machine might not be a bomb, but its goal is exactly the same. Place it where you want the damage done, and when you least expect it, it delivers a lethal blow without warning and without mercy. A precision strike delivered right at the heart of the enemy. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? From the moment...
It's too late for that. The Institute is full. I don't intend. My orders...
Sure.
It's all right. You convinced me that whatever you decide.
Touching. Either you execute...
Right. After all the sacrifices I've made and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well.
Whether he's human or not. Dan saved the lives of countless Brotherhood.
You're a stubborn man. So, allowing Dance to live, which leaves me, Dance. You were pursued and slain. From this day, should you choose, do we?
I do. Thank you for believing.
Don't mistake my... The only reason I'm returning to the... Take some time. We still have the Institute.
If someone builds defenses like that, they're building it for a damn good reason.
Hey.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxim like that. You're not angry, are you? Say something. Anything.
Friends take care of each other, no matter what.
That they do. Which is why I've decided to stay here. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post. But it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone.
I heard something.
Now, you better get back to the Prydwen. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
Goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
Trick to this is don't die.
You hear that?
Over there! We've been making the rounds, doing the job. It's time you learn the big secret. Everyone thinks that Desdemona is the big boss. She calls the ops, gives the rah-rah speeches, but it's just an act. She does what I tell her to because the railroad, it's my show. It's been that way since I founded it.
You really founded it?
Sure. Me and Johnny D and Watts. Hell, that was 60, 70 years ago. After a while, you lose count. We've come a long way since the beginning. We've done a lot of good. Saved a lot of synths. But we're about more than that. We are the last and only line of defense between the Institute and the Commonwealth. Hell, maybe even the world.
Any perks being close to the big boss?
Now that I don't have to hide, sure. Tinker Tom will set you up. But the best perk is seeing behind the curtain. People think our missions are all about synths, but there's more going on. We are building a better, brighter Commonwealth. The Railroad really is the best, noblest organization that's ever lived. I can't keep up with this bullshit.
Traveling with you is never dull.
I aim to please. But I had a point here. A lesson, if you will. There's other organizations out there, and in time, I'm sure they're going to spoon-feed you their own patented form of bullshit. Ignore the verbiage and look at what they're doing, what they're asking you to do, what sort of world they'd have you build, and how they're going to pay for it.
Yo, thanks for the advice.
I don't know if it's your good old-fashioned pre-war values or you just won the genetic lottery, but anyone that has you in their corner has an advantage. And at the end of the day, you'll need to...
Hey.
What you need. You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole recall.
No, I haven't read it yet.
Good. Please don't. It'll make it easier to sleep at night.
Hey.
What's the word? You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole recall code. Wait. You read it, didn't you?
You can't trust everyone.
Did I have you going? Don't take it personal. Look, I lie to everyone. Maybe I'm just another human that has people back home he wants to protect. Then again, maybe not.
Well, you're good in my book. Whatever or whoever you are.
If you believe anything, believe this. I'm in your corner. Always have been. That code I gave you is a hard truth. You can't trust everyone. Even if someone sounds sincere, they could be a synth replacement working for the Institute. The bitch of the problem is recognizing the 90% of the time someone's on the up and up, and the 10% of the time you're being played.
Hey.
Sure. Happy to talk. What's up?
Your thoughts?
See, this is what the Brotherhood's really about.
Just wanted to check in. See how you feel things are going between us.
Happy as hell. Sincerely glad you joined the Railroad. We can do a lot of good together.
Your thoughts?
Keep your eye out for the rail signs. Besides the goodie bag.
Your thoughts?
So let me get this straight. You used to propel big metal birds in the sky and flying them for thousands of miles. You're braver than I thought.
So, how are we doing, Deacon?
You and me are just fine. Not many people are in my good book. Well, it's more like a pamphlet, really.
Are things okay between you and me?
Not used to traveling with a partner, but I am definitely liking it. Hope you are too.
That was it.
Another time.
Don't despair, brother.
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. As far as... Do you understand?
Understood.
Good. Of course. Dance's execution, that traitor. His quarters, congratulate.
I won't disappoint you.
Had I even a single... Just be aware, I trust you won't... In any event, while the finishing touch... Report to him ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Pinging remote units at 30-second intervals as requested.
System deltas at 100%. Secondary deltas standing by.
Your promotion was well deserved, Paladin. Paladin?
Captain Kells?
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission...
Sure.
Now, our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations. If we strike them now...
Hit them before they hit us?
Precisely. To that end...
Consider it done.
Thank you, Paladin. Now, before...
Our sources tell us that the railroad has some sort of experiment. They're calling it the... They use the road. If you could use... I'm certain we could...
I'll try to get it back here in one piece.
Good. It'd be a...
I'm certain you'll do. When you're ready, they'll provide demolition. Ad Victoriam.
Wrong move, Pat.
We're getting a 3% Z-tilt. Adjusting thrust recommended.
Superstructure integrity. Green.
Ah, Paladin. Good.
I'd like some time to prepare myself before you send me on my next mission.
You will have ample... Now, before... They're a small, but capable... Our tactical... If we strike them now...
Why is the railroad such a threat?
Even with their relative... They've already proved worse still. If we intend destroying the... To that end...
Right. Should have buried those idiots when I was dealing with the chip.
Yes. Now, before you...
Our sources tell us that the they're calling it the predicted... They use the... If you could use this holotape to decrypt the I'm certain we could put...
I'm not really the hacking type.
Then find someone? I'd hate to see that.
I hope I don't need. When you're ready, they'll provide demolition. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Fighting again.
If you find anything interesting in the railroad headquarters, don't forget to bring it back here.
Ah, Paladin. Good. Come back here now, Paladin. This briefing isn't over.
Kells.
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands your full attention. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat, the Railroad. They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations. If we strike them now...
Fine, but it hardly seems worth our time.
The Railroad may not appear to be a threat, but I can assure you, destroying the rail... To that end...
Only 5 targets? I was hoping for more.
I'll take your... Now, before you...
Our sources tell us that they're calling it... They use the robot for complex... If you could use... I'm certain we could put...
Collecting technology for you has become...
I'm certain when you're ready, proceed to the... They'll provide them... Ad Victoriam.
I should have a...
By Elder Maxon's orders, all forms of technology should be confiscated or collected.
Let's do this.
Search the area. Oh, my leg! Shit, we got company.
Can't see!
Taking damage. This won't take us down. Back up. I need some help. I'm here. Got my arm.
You win.
Damn it! What? What just happened? Brotherhood is here. They're here. Brotherhood is here. They're here. Son of a bitch! Us down. I can't see. No mercy. Taking fire.
You bastards won't take us down.
Take no prisoners. Where'd they go? Oh, no, you don't. Bastards won't take us down. Damn it! Where'd you, coward? Let's do this.
What's that noise?
Shit! The Brotherhood is here! Fine. Shit!
Incoming!
Oh! Shit! God damn you. There you are. Guess not.
No. Jumpy tonight. You're still here? You're still here? Just
keep moving!
I must be daydreaming.
Hey, got company!
You think that is not... No.
It's only a matter of time. Keep him off me! We'll get through this. Stay calm.
Sam, I'm coming home.
Someone help!
Pam.
Full system reset accepted. Awaiting instructions. Factory reset mode enabled. Command mode available.
Scary. Let's do this.
Maxon might appear compassionate.
Captain.
Well, it appears that the railroad won't be a hindrance to our future operations.
Uh-huh. I wish there'd been another way.
The railroad was providing assistance to escaped synths, and was therefore deemed a security threat. Those sympathizers got exactly what they deserved. I'm also pleased you managed to secure Pam, rather than allow it to be destroyed. We are having it brought to the Pridwin, where it will be installed in Proctor Quinlan's office. It's an amazing piece of pre-war technology that should prove to be quite beneficial to us. Speaking of pre-war technology, Proctor Ingram is putting the final touches on Liberty Prime and requires your assistance. Congratulations on another successful mission, Paladin. Ad Victoriam.
Charging into a situation guns blazing is a good way to get yourself killed.
Excuse me.
Paladin.
We really should just stay out of each other's way.
Taking down Paladin Dance must have been a tough order to follow. We're in your debt.
Hi.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. I take the chance.
Downstairs. Don't bother the other patrons.
Smell that? That's freedom.
Buddy, I need to be a lot more high or a lot more drunk to be bothered right now.
Spill it. Yeah?
You're on gunner business, so back off.
What's so important?
Take him down!
What the?
bringing the pain.
She's dead.
Shit, where'd that
We'll get through this. Stay.
What just happened?
I'm feeling eyes on my back.
Playtime's over! Someone help!
Get out of my face.
I heard you walked that freedom trail. What, you some kind of, what do they call it? History buff?
Hey, Daisy.
Means a lot to me that you made the library a safer place. Thanks again.
Ghoul?
You're done what?
Uh-huh. Wait, you're too...
Okay. Do you know what it's...
Actually, I do.
Well, now you're just making fun of me. If you were as old as I was, you would have been around since before the war. So let's hear it. Come on. Tell me what the world was like before the war if you're so ancient.
I had a beautiful house, white picket fence, and a lawn with the greenest grass you'd ever seen. It was peaceful.
It was, wasn't it? Sorry. Last thing you want to see is an old lady tearing up. Well, you're either the most well-preserved ghoul I've ever seen, or you're the second best bullshitter and good neighbor. Ah!
It's the truth. All of it.
You know, if you haven't already, you should check out the Hotel Rexford. There's another pre-war ghoul hanging around there. Well, we should get back to business. What are you picking up?
Just browsing for now.
Don't take too long thinking it over.
Daisy.
Don't be shy now. Chances are we...
What kind of things do you sell?
Oh, so chances are...
Not now.
You rush in, you rush out.
Hey, Daisy.
Oh, you're back. Can't get enough looks at this lovely figure of mine.
Let's see what you got.
Remember, no returns, exchanges, or death threats. If you hit upon something, don't bother.
Not now.
Fine. Turn a girl down.
Daisy.
Got some good deals. You won't believe.
Mm-hmm. Maybe later.
Don't take too long thinking it
Right.
over.
Hello.
Don't be shy now. Chances are we have...
Concur. Let me think it over.
Well, don't take too long browsing. Got some good deals. You won't believe.
I agree. Let's see what you got.
It's a little bit of everything.